little. I put y'all here. I got one of my shirts. People give me shirts sometimes, y'all. Give me shirts from different places. I'm just saying. Hats and shirts. I think Laura said she got a hat for me. You don't ever want to come out where I'm at. Sorry. I like hats though. Alright, I haven't done my shout outs, and I'm gonna do some shout outs for new subscribers on probably the next video. I ain't doing the first one. And I'm having Popeyes this morning for breakfast. I'm in OKC right now. Be leaving here after this little brief interlude of breakfast. Last night I made sandwiches off the truck, so I did make something for myself, and I have to admit, them were some damn good sandwiches. Friends of mine, I actually have a friend. She's like, I buy whatever lunch meat you need. What do you need? She loved my sandwiches. People that I have friends, they like me. I make a good sandwich. I do make a good sandwich. I cook though. See, people, I don't understand. I really don't understand. I like the sweet heat for those chicken tenders. And I also like the buffalo ranch. They biscuits is okay. I'm not big on their biscuits. They okay. That's some of my favorite. And I like the green beans. I used to get coleslaw, but they green beans. The green beans are really like Chester's green beans. I get a large. I don't even have to have Chester's chicken. I really think green beans. Yeah. And I like the sparkle stuff. I put it on the green beans because they didn't see that. Anyway, shout out to Miss Flossie 1. And I had a pleasurable talk with her on the phone yesterday. Very nice young lady. I will talk to y'all. If you need help with something, I don't have a problem. I'll try to give you best advice I can. I ain't gonna tell you I'm the genius. I'm not. There's people longer in the industry. I can hook you up with Trucker Bill. I also still have ties to JC Alex, Jose. I can hook you up with him. Both of those men have been in the industry over 20 years. Jose been in the industry over 21 years. And Bill's over 42 years. Bill, actually, in our conversation with Roy, he shared he worked over 30 companies. And you know, he's also military, former military. So was Jose. So both my guys were former military that I will ever have you talk with. Jose has a very good read on this industry, so does Bill. Me and Bill get into it sometime, but it's always much love for him and his family. Bill he's a hardcore trucker, and sometimes he'll say stuff, because a lot of times people talk to me, especially guys, and because I'm kind of a tomboy, they'll talk to me like they talk to another dude, and then I'm like, no, you need to have some common sense on what you say to me. I'm not another dude. I'm not your son. You say something I don't like about women, I'm gonna check your ass. Best believe, because I am a woman. And I'm going to educate you. Yes, I am. Coffee. I'm layered. You see the white shirt on there? I got my pullover. It's cold as hell out here. Last night they had some ice on the ground. I told my driver, man, I don't drive ice. So I'm going to be sitting here for a minute. So I sat for overnight. Usually I should have been gone last night about 8, 9 o'clock. I didn't leave until the sun come up. That's driving winter weather, y'all. Try to drive days. Avoid the nights if you can, especially when you know it's going to be under 30-some degrees or 34. They tell you the temperature's going to be freezing. Believe them. What else? Oh, Lord. It was cold as hell last night. I'm on my way to Wisconsin. I ain't going to wait for Wisconsin tonight, but I'm going to do a damn good drive. I'll be driving about 11 to 12 hours. Well, 11 hours. I'm driving my exact 11. So I'm trying to get to the truck stop. Worst case, I'll get as close as I can. And if I have to, I can personal convey to stop. But I try to get right up to where I am. Tonight, I'm going to put my foot in it. Because I really would like to deliver this tomorrow. I like jalapenos and chicken. You have to show you my sandwich. I make a mean sandwich. And that sandwich was damn good last night. Lettuce. Only I didn't have was onion. Tonight I think I have some hot links in there. And I'm going to take those, and I got some pepper and onions I got to use up. So I'm going to use that tonight with the toaster oven. I'll pull that out and try to film that for y'all. This Cajun Sparkle is pretty good. It's like a seasoned salt. Because they string beans, they don't season them like I like my stuff seasoned. And my favorite string beans are French cut string beans. And my real favorite are fresh right out of the garden. That's my favorite. But the string beans are Chester's. The bad boys in here. I wish I was somewhere this winter holidays so I could smoke the turkey. Because I make some mean greens with my smoked turkey. I smoke meat. And I make some mean greens. My greens are good too. One of the girls used to go to my church. She let me buy a turkey. I need you to smoke that for me. And I'll buy some greens and bring it to your house. You should have seen the amount of greens that baby brought to my house. Just put my foot in the greens though. You give some of them for yourself. Take half. I smoked turkeys for a couple people I knew back in the day. Well, I'll tell you, I smoked the turkey, so I don't eat meat. I smoked the turkey and took it to work. You work at the University of Phoenix? One of the guys, he brought a turkey. I smoked it, made my barbecue sauce. There's no turkey left. That's the only people buying barbecue sauce from me. Yeah, I had a really good conversation with Flossie yesterday. What I want to say to y'all, she gave me one name. She gave me her first name on Facebook. Wasn't that she was trying to hide who she was. She gave me her name on Facebook, her Facebook sign on. Because she reached out to me through Facebook and had some questions. Then she said, can I call? Can we talk on the phone? Because I got too many questions. I was like, yeah, baby, I don't, that girl, I don't mind. I'd rather, I'm going to get to that in a minute. After the conversation, I saw the middle little name. I'm like, oh, you're the chick that made them comments about me and the students. She didn't like how I treated the students. She think I'm an asshole. I know you do. It's all right. But I don't know, you talked to me yesterday, tell me I'm an asshole. I'm just going to say, am I an asshole? I'm very strict. I am. And so you did identify, I'm very strict. But I laid down the rules in the beginning. There's nothing hidden. So, but if you think that of me, I'm not offended. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm very opinionated. Baby girl, let me explain something to you. Let me explain to y'all. Be opinionated. We got a bunch of people, sitting in our White House right now that want you to be their puppet. God gave you free will thought. He gave you a mind. Child, please use it. Some of y'all being puppets opposed to using your mind. You ain't got to agree with me. I had a dude yesterday, and I had to watch. I'm not remembering the name right now. You the one that told me I need to go to the academy and get them boots. You almost got blocked yesterday because I wasn't sure if he was like being a troll. And then I was like, well, he might just be being sarcastic. So I have to step back because, it's a difference from somebody coming into your comments and being an asshole and somebody either being funny or somebody just being a dick. It's different. So for me, I'm going to give you a chance. And then if I find out you just a troll and you being a dick, I'm going to block you. I blocked a couple people. You don't have to agree with me though. That's something, I'm okay that you got free will thought. Matter of fact, I'm happy you do. If everybody was the same, God bless America. It'd be a hot ass mess. That's what they want right now. They want puppets. They need to be independent. They needed to seize them. Anyway, I had a headache. That's what it was. I was hungry. My headache's going away. I'll be out here for 4 weeks, y'all. Last night I was tired. I gotten up several times looking at the weather. But I had a really good conversation with Miss Rossi. A very intelligent young lady, very sweet. A lot of good questions about the industry. Like others, I directed her to the headhunter. I need to become a headhunter. I be directing too many people over there. I need to get paid for my services. But I directed her to the headhunter. She is training. She luckily enough knows somebody in the industry who's taking her out and training her, which I think is beautiful. So once she comes in on her own, she should be pretty on point. And that's really a good thing. I didn't say that to you. I think it's a beautiful thing that the person, you got an owner out who's giving you skills. That's a beautiful thing, baby girl. So I had a good conversation with her yesterday. This morning I had an online conversation with Miss Jackie, who's coming back into trucking, but you shouldn't take my advice because you went somewhere and now you're seeing the company you went to is questionable. You might do well there. I don't know. So you can give them a shot. Always, it's just like this Oklahoma company. I mean, there's some people who may like how they run their stuff. It wasn't for me. The company I'm with, as I can tell you, I don't think it's necessarily a bad company. I think they got a lot going on right now. I think it's a good starter company. It was better in 2010 when I came in 2010. But because they got so much going on now, because of the low financial crisis, it's some headaches. But a new driver, you probably won't know no difference. Yeah, except for Wagner Boy. You picked up on it. And Kizzy, let me know when you're coming over. Because I told him he was coming. And I hooked you up with Cody. I sent it to Aaron and Cody. And Cody is in Illinois, so that's closer to where you at. And hopefully he'll be your, if you're coming in, he'll be your, if you got to go out with a trainer, a refresher trainer like me, because you haven't been OTR, even though you've been driving commercial. But, let me know. Y'all got questions, I'll chat with you. Most of the 411 hosts, even some of them, they're available. Some of you going to starter companies, you've got questions about like Werner, SRT Prime, US Express, Swift, Pride, Conway, which is now CFI. All of us have worked in some vein in that area. You got local driving questions. We got DeeBoy Stance, who's doing local now. We got owner-operator questions. Shy just started, so you can tell you as a starter owner-operator, ups and downs right now so far. I'll answer questions as far as what I've researched. I'm hungry as hell, y'all. Anyway, I'm rambling right now. No, I had, if you get into a company, I had a chat talk with Jackie this morning. She said she's kind of questionable right now where she's at. She's she did not go through the headhunter. She said, I just need to get back out here because she had 3 years to get back out on the road to keep her next stuff active. And I told her, I said, well, where you went, they don't have the best reputation. And she said, and I said, what you might want to do is go ahead and talk to the headhunter real quick. Go get them applications out. And we have a backup plan if everything goes south. So I'm going to give y'all a little trick of the trade. When you go into a company, always have backup companies. So, for example, when I went to Werner, Werner was the truck company I went to out of trucking school. I'm not going to say they're a bad company. It wasn't fit for me. That was my externship. I went from trucking school. You had to go out on the road with a trucking company for it and then getting your own truck. I did not have a good experience. The trainers I went to 3 trainers. And it was questionable. I mean, it's a luck of a draw on trainers out here. You're gonna get some people, like I was telling Flossie, because she's going to be out here in the truck company, probably. And she's going to have to go out possibly with a trainer. Well, she's going to go out with a trainer. I already know she got to go with a trainer. And I told her, I said, look, when you go out with that trainer, it's luck of the draw. You might get a trainer that'll teach you, will sharpen your backing skills, will really help you and direct you, but you might get one who just say, I'll back the truck, just drive forward. That's all. They're going to use you, they're going to pimp you for your miles. That's all they want. They don't give a damn what you learn. They ain't going to tell you nothing about the industry. I mean, that's why I tried to help the people that's on here. I'm like, y'all don't understand. You get somebody else who's going to train you, and they ain't going to teach you. When I came back to Refresher, the first girl I had, TV watcher, she was like, dude, you can just drive. I know you need to work on your backing. You said you're going to take that class. Just drive. I back. You can wake me up, I back in. I'm like, no, I need to practice my backing. I mean, I could back. And she said, when she saw me back, she's like, bro, she called me bro. Just gauge it. Bro, you can back. I said, yes, but it's off. And I knew I was off. I was oversteering. There's things I knew. I mean, I'd backed before. But I need to sharpen it, right? She didn't want to take the extra 15, 20 minutes that it took me just to sharpen it out. Whereas Trainer Bill, when I got him after the fracture, and I had to redo the whole refresher thing, patient. I mean, I frustrated him a little bit, but when I got done, I close quartered that back, boom, 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 pull it up, put it right in between. Because he's such a OCD dude. He wants you sitting perfectly in the middle of the 2 lines. Space, the same space, right and left. And I find today, matter of fact, I did it today. I just pulled in this spot, pulled up, backed up, did it today. Did it today. Pulled up, backed up. Well, this must be some truckers staying at this hotel. Pulled up, backed up the truck, and I'm perfect in between the 2 lines right now. Okay? Perfect in between the 2 lines. Okay? That's trucking. And I learned because I got a good trainer. That is not always going to be the case at these starter companies. Some of these starter companies, I messed up my nail. It's going to be luck of the draw. You're going to get some cuckoo for Cocoa Puff person who ain't going to give a damn what you learn. All they doing is pimping you for your miles. I really wanted to teach the people. Y'all think I'm an asshole. I really wanted to teach them. I did. I did. Even the 18-year-old guy, I was like, he could drive. But I tried to teach him what to look out for in the company. And the sensors. And hard head makes stop behind. I'm on a 40. Okay, Wisconsin. Okay, why did I come this way? I wonder if they're going to take me 49 straight up. That'll take me through Missouri. Ooh, y'all, I'm going straight up into hell. I got to go up into Missouri. So I'm coming across. It's probably going to have me venture over to the 49. And then take 35 straight up. I'm going straight into hell. That's got to be how it's doing. Or it's taking me to the 44. I might be doing a 44 going Illinois straight up. I think I'm going Illinois straight up. Where's my next? Let's see where the fuel stop is at. Where's my next? And they fuel routing is off. I don't even care. I don't be caring. Okay. Yep, I'm going Illinois. So it's going to take me 40. I'm in Oklahoma right now. Take Oklahoma on over. So I wonder if it's going to take me up through 44. That's what I would do. I'm going to probably go through Tulsa. Am I going through the turnpike? I don't even know how it's going to do this. Let me get route. And y'all, where am I going? That's TA Bloomington, Illinois. Is this it? That's Oklahoma's. Truck location, truck stops. It's a different city. I need Bloomington. Illinois. Where I'm going to Wisconsin. Where am I going to in Wisconsin? I forgot where I'm going to in Wisconsin. Butler, Wisconsin. Where the hell is Butler? Let's go find out. Yes, you don't have to agree with me. Y'all don't have to agree with me. I don't really care if you agree with me or not. Only thing if you being a jerk. So like the guy I had on here yesterday, I think he was just being sarcastic, and I kept him on here. I didn't block him. And he told me I need to go to Academy and get some mud boots. That was funny though. And I figure you just being sarcastic. Now if I find out you like, oh, you gonna get blocked, my friend. Yes, you are. But he said something to me about, which I thought was kind of funny, because I thought you're an old school trucker if you know that, if you know about that, because I learned about from Bill. So bull haulers, I don't know if y'all know, bull haulers used to dip their sticks that they chew on in some kind of drug, and it gave them a hype. And I heard it was whatever they gave like the horses and cows and stuff, and it hyped them up. And so they chew on it and it give them high. A lot of truckers back in the day did drugs just to run harder. Okay, back a long time ago. You can't do that crap now. And so he made a comment. He said, you need to get toothpicks dipped in meth. So at first, I was like, okay, I might block you. And then I was thinking about, I wonder if he's saying it because it's a bull hauler thing. So I kept him on here, and then he made a comment about the Academy, which was funny. But and I just went back and said, hey, you know, you can't do that in this industry nowadays. And, you know, I kept it kind of PG because I'm like, but I don't know if he was being sarcastic or being a dick. Whichever one, you know who you are. If you're being a dick, you will get blocked later on if I find that's up to what you're doing. If you're just being sarcastic, I don't really care. I'm sarcastic as hell myself. Butler, Wisconsin. Y'all should be using the map. And the reason I do this is because I also know what the weather is where I'm going through. This has been a hell of a load. Wisconsin. S-T-U-V-W. Wisconsin. Butler. D3. Y'all should, you get these, if you get through Iowa 80, you can get the year. This is 2017. Always get the past year because it's cheaper. I ain't paid but maybe 14 bucks for this. And this map is usually like a $40-some map if you buy it in the current year. Wisconsin. I was trying to see where it's at on the map. And they fuel route has been off too. I had one. I don't even know. But the route this took me, I came this route. It said Oklahoma. It's okay. Wisconsin. D3. There's 3. Well, hell, that's all the way up at the top. I'm going to check this fuel route they taking me on. Because I'm not understanding. They're taking me Illinois. But I think I go, although I'm okay if it's taking me, as long as it's taking me along major interstates. I don't like in the winter months, y'all don't take them U.S. highways into the mountains. Stay on the interstate. I tell my driver manager, I don't change. So if they take you some backward ass way through them U.S. highways, don't do it. Especially if it's mountainous and it's winter. Your ass gonna chain. Yes, you are. You got to chain to get out and get in. I'm just saying. Stay on a major interstate, because at least you can get to maybe a truck stop or somewhere else there. Also keep food and water on your truck. I got a couple gallons on here, and then I also have, because I need it for the CPAP, I also got water on the side box. I'm gonna get some more water for the side box. I got 3 blankets on here, and also get that anti-gel stuff for your fuel tank. I got that too. Matter of fact, I need to read it. Can't remember what you're supposed to put it in. It's been a while since I've had to use it. I've only used it with one trucking company, and that was Conway, because I went up into Canada so much, and it's colder when you get up north. So I'm gonna put in. I need to put that address in. This is the TA they want me to go to, though. Pretty sure that's the TA. Exit 160. Yeah, that's it. Go. Starting the route. I'm mad rambling now. But y'all, if you, I talked to Jackie this morning. Jackie went to a company, and they don't have a good reputation. And she's like, even before I told her, I said, yeah, what company, because I saw on her Facebook that she was in orientation. What company did you go with?
Please drive to highlighted route.
And so, but she never said, she's showing the hotel and stuff, but she never said what company. So I was like, well, Jackie, what company did you go with? And then she told me the company. And I was like, did the headhunter send you there? Because I was like, what the? Because it was one of them moments, y'all. And I was like, did the headhunter send you there? No, I chose it. Oh, baby girl. She said, but I'm not having a good experience. No, you probably aren't. You baby girl, you probably are not having a good experience. Because they do not have a good reputation. Don't get me wrong, you probably there's people that go to companies that have horrible reputation. Like, example, my boy Black Saint, the company he went through to buy his truck. I got several people who have had horrible experiences with them. But yet he had success. He's bought 3 trucks through that company. Okay? I know 3 people, Saint, that have not, well, even more than that, actually, about 4 or 5, that have had horrible experiences. They were company drivers. And maybe it's because they were company and not lease purchase. I don't know. That could be a difference, too. Maybe that company works better with lease. But there's companies that are better with lease purchase than they are with company drivers. And so, yeah, when he said, I was like, oh, I can't come over there. Because he was telling me to come over there. Like, oh, no, I had to. But if they got a better lease purchase program, well, I might be talking to him. But, I'm going to take some wisdom. I'm going to listen to his wisdom. Because you know about 3 trucks, I need to listen to you. You got a method that works. But yeah, when she told me where she went, I was like, whew. Even though the headhunter sent me to that one company, they gave me a brand new. They treated me very well up until I started working, and then the driver manager wasn't in, and then they've got some work to do on training the people, and they've got 2 people in there that can probably help them become more driver centered. But right now, I could tell the person that was in there, it's about their money and it's about their truck notes. They don't give a damn about the person behind the wheel. They may pretend that right now, but what you got to get people to do is help you with that mindset, okay? And they've got 2 people, the safety guy and the HR lady, who hopefully will work through some of the madness. But right now, I can't be with a company there. And then they also got some overhauling they need to do on how they're doing, like that force per diem. And then they lease purchase program. That to me, for me, that wouldn't work for me. I don't want you, even though it's a cheap lease payment coming, but then on top of that, as I'm riding, you charging me 22 cents a mile towards the truck payment. Just make it a flat fee, so I know what's coming out every week. I know what you need to get paid. That's what we need to work on. We need to work on that. How is it you don't feel the air in your ass? I don't see how I can see your ass crack. I can feel air on my back. I'm fat. I don't want you seeing all my fat rolls, and I damn sure don't want you seeing the crack of my ass. I don't understand, fellas. I don't understand. And you're going to have to crank that down, brother. You're hot side. He's hot side, and he don't want to crank it down. high side. He's got to crank it down. He don't want to crank it down. I hate high side. I high sided. High side is when you go over your fifth wheel or the kingpin is too high and you got to crank the trailer apparatus down. He got a tanker there and he don't want to crank it down. So he's trying to hook to it. Well, maybe he got it this time. Let's see. Yeah, he's high side. He's got to lower it. And he done gone back and forth 5 times and don't know that he got to get out that truck and crank it down. He even got out and looked at it. I'm looking at it right now and he high side. You need to get your ass off the truck and crank it down. Oh, he young. The baby young. And he's showing, unless he's advertising he wants to do, I don't know. Because he sure is showing that ass. He might be advertising some booty for some guys out here, I'm just saying. Okay, he got... Y'all, I'm going to show you this shit. Okay, so you see right there? It's called high side. His truck, I don't know if y'all can see him. Y'all see the crack in his ass? I hope I was able to get that. I hope I got it. He high side. I hope y'all saw the crack in his ass. I hope I got it so y'all can see the crack in his ass. Anyway, you can see the crack in his ass. But he high sided. So he needs to crank it down. He getting back in the truck, keep going back and forth, back and forth. He young though. He don't know what the hell he doing. He young. He's got to go to the landing gear and lower the trailer. That's all he got to do. Oh, he doing it again. He done went about 6 times. Should I help him? I'm going to see if he figured it out. He doing it again. He going to back up. I want to tell him he's high side. Is he going to get out or he going to try to back it up again? He gonna try to do it again. Okay, I won't tell him, but I'm gonna be an asshole. Did he get it? Let's see if he does. He ain't gonna get it! He done did it like 6, 7 times! Oh, sweet Jesus, he's not understanding. He really is trying to hook to this and not lower it. Oh my God, he's dumb as hell. He's dumb as hell. And there's 2 other truckers out here working on their thing and they ain't helping him because he needs to lower the trailer. If he hook, I'm gonna be shocked. Did he hook? Let's see if he pulls out again. Yeah, so he gotta lower it. He gonna do it again. 10, 15 times. You cannot be that dumb. Oh, sweet mother of God. Y'all, okay, let's go to the conversation. It's on 30 minutes. I get ready to go. I guess he is that dumb. He's not understanding. Okay, now he's angling his mirror to make sure he's connecting. Oh, he's doing it again. I want to say something to him. I think he works in the oil field because it looks like an oil field tanker. But I'm just really having a problem that I can't see him being this dumb. But he is. So this time he hit it harder, thinking that was going to be the solution. Hold on, let me see if I can help him out. Hey, I used to train for this company. What's going on? You're high side. You got to lower your trailer a little bit. Because I kept watching him like, he don't know he high side. You keep trying. You got to lower it and then you'll lock it. Okay. Be blessed, brother. He from another country. It's a black guy, but he from another country. Yo. I'm an asshole trainer. I'm just saying. This is the stuff I was trying to teach people. Y'all. Anyway, they don't want to learn. So I told him, you got to lower the trailer. Is he going to do it? Okay. He lowered it. Now he'll hook. He'll hook now. I would have lowered it even more, but he should hook. Let's see if he gets it. Yeah, okay. He's got to lower it some more. And he probably needs to, if you high side and your fifth wheel, it does this, you may have to go and snap your spring a couple times on the handle and then hook. He didn't lower it enough. He needs to lower it just a little bit more. He needs to lower it a little bit more, and he needs to pull his fifth wheel handle. Because sometimes what will happen is the latch, the auto latch will be all jacked up. So he needs to pull his fifth wheel handle a couple times, and it'll work. But he needs to lower the trailer just a little bit more. Yeah, he needs to lower it just a little bit more. And the whole showing your ass thing, I'm so happy he ain't showing his ass, but his pants, I don't understand. Anywho, y'all, I'm getting ready to roll up out of here. I got to do my macros. But I'm going to do shout-outs on my next video. I'll write them down later. Probably do them on my 30-minute break. I'm getting ready to get my ass on the road. I wanted to see how I'm going. Actually, I'm going to put this address in here for the actual customer to see how it's routing me, because I want to make sure that this thing is along its route. And he done tried again without lowering it enough. And he just didn't want to go out here and have to crank it down. But you got to do what you got to do. There you go. All right, he just realized he had to pull his fifth wheel handle. He still should lower it a little bit more. And then hook. And the sad part, this brother, he looking at him. The flatbed guy next to me, he looked at me. He didn't tell him shit. And he knew what he was doing. He just rolled his eyes. There's a bunch of assholes out in this industry. People say every moment. There's an asshole born every moment. Cool. There you go, son. He figured out he had to pull the fifth wheel handle. He figured it out. He had to lower. So if you try and you don't hook, sometimes it'll make your locking line, and you have to go pull. So what I do is, if it didn't hook the first time, because I might be a little high side and it tried to auto hook, I roll it down, I walk around, I yank my fifth wheel handle spring a couple times, just a handle, just pull it, and then I walk back around the truck and get back in and back, and it'll click. And then do a tug test. Also look to see to make sure that it linked across, that little thing linked across. I dip my head under there. Yeah, so, and I let them know I train, because a lot of people, the company I'm at, since it's a startup company, they just think we're dumb. And then if you train, they have a little more respect for what you're going to tell them. So, just saying. But yeah, I helped him out. But he working in the oil fields. Yeah, he working in the oil fields. That's oil field tanker. Yeah, because it's dirty as hell. Anywho, y'all be blessed. I'm getting ready to get on the road. Pleasure talking to you yesterday, Jackie. Miss Flossie was, or Jackie, I talked to you this morning. Miss Flossie was an absolute pleasure. I said Chris Queen Trucker, I think it is. Let me know how everything goes after you get done with your training with Clem, KLLM. Let me know how that goes. That's another good company I've heard. I've heard good things about KLLM. What I like about them, I find that they hire a lot of minorities. That's one thing I do like about them. Latinos and blacks, they hire a lot of us. Or African Americans, which is my preferable saying. They hire a lot of us. And then I got a couple people. I think YV, you in my home state, AZ. Flossie, you said you in Arizona, and one of my homegirls on Facebook for the 411, and you also a friend of mine on the Getting Saucy page. You just got your authority. Oh, I don't know why I'm blanking on your name, because I see you right in my head. Anyway, you're in my home state of Arizona. You know who you are, and you just got your authority. You asked me to come drive for you, and actually I'm very honored. Man, I don't know why I'm blanking on you, dog. Because you reached out to me. And we supposed to hook up in Arizona. So you'll hook up with me in the Joe. So yeah, if y'all in my home state, Arizona, you know, I don't know you personally, so I ain't coming to your crib. But if it's a public place, we can definitely hook up and talk and get to know you and get some pictures with y'all, put y'all on here. Also, if you got your own authority and you're looking for drivers, y'all can post that up on the 411. We don't care. There's people looking for work. Some people don't want a team, do stuff like that. So you got those opportunities, throw them up on there. Shoot, why you bullying? That's what it's there for. Post up. We'll approve it. As long as it ain't nothing crazy, we're going to approve it. Anyway, y'all be safe out here. I'm getting ready to head out. I gotta do this, but yeah. And I'm gonna say this to you too, real quick. If I give y'all advice, I'm not trying to hurt anybody. You don't have to take my like Black Saint. You know, I'm gonna sit down and talk to that brother because you got 3 trucks. You're doing something successful. I'm gonna sit and talk to you, and I'm gonna find out what you're doing successful. And I'm gonna make that work. Now I might not do every step he has. I might have to curve it from who I am and some of my skill set. But you can bet there's some wisdom in that damn conversation. This brother went through lease purchase through a starter company and purchased 3 damn trucks. That's successful. Okay? I might talk to DCIJams after I get me some trucks under my belt and say, bro, how'd you get on with the, what's the name of the group that goes out here? The FEMA. How do I do that and maybe get my trucking company to be contracted for that? How do I do it? I need to talk to him. What steps did you take to become somebody that FEMA reaches out to? I need to talk to you. So, you know, that's stuff you need to talk to people about. You know, you working in a company, maybe one didn't work for me, but that's where he's at, and he's having a good time. He likes them, they treat him well. So, y'all need to talk to him. My experience was not good, but my experience was from 2010. He's in 2018. So, his experience is better. Also, maybe he has a good driver manager, and he could say, hey, let me holler at my driver manager. If you come right and you do good in your training, holler at me when you're done, and you might want to come over to my dude. Like, if, for example, me and Flossie talked yesterday. She comes to this starter company that I'm at in Arizona, and I'm still here. Even if I'm not still here, I'll have connections. I told you, my cousin's lease purchase here. And also, I still have connections because I still like my driver's manager. I'll send over, like Kizzy. When Kizzy reached out to me, what I do, Kizzy, you tell him, you put it in the comments. I reached out to 2 of the people who she would actually end up, she deal with one of them type of people in that position. I said, this person is coming over. She has background. She's a former driver. She's been doing local stuff. She wants to get back OTR. She's got to come back to a starter company. And she's not having a good experience with the recruiter. But when she comes in, she needs a good, what they call student coordinator. So what they are is they're like, they basically place you with a trainer on a truck. I'm going to give you the best 2 I know. I'm not going to give you the bull crap. Who I hook her up with? Either Cody or Aaron. Because those guys, they communicate. Especially Cody. Cody is a massive communicator. Cody like me. I like Cody. Matter of fact, if I would have business, me and Cody. Cody would be the boy I would want working with me. Okay? Anyway, I'm going to finish this out because I'm running out of space. Cody communicates. And I hooked her up with that. I'm going to hook you up with somebody worthwhile. I'm not going to hook you up with dumb shit. God forgive me for saying it, but that's just the truth. In the beginning, y'all, I'm going to put my home state of Arizona, the fairgrounds flooded. I'll put some pictures up of that. And I'm going to put you up some pictures of this fog I came through in Texas because I pulled off for a little bit, about an hour and 25 minutes, hoping it would clear up. And it cleared up a little bit. And then I just kept going until I got to Oklahoma where it cleared up a lot, but it still had fog and rain. So I wasn't going that fast. And it's funny, you know, it kills me. I'm going 45, 50 miles an hour, right? Sometimes 35 if it got real slick. As I'm coming in Oklahoma, what was on the side? Westbound, DOT, and the cops. Truck laid over just like this. Going too fast for conditions. Slow your ass down. Dumb as hell. Dumb as hell. Anyway, y'all be blessed. Comment below, thumbs up, like, whatever. Y'all put the links for TheTrucker411 on there. And y'all got questions, feel free to hit me up. I mean, I'm not the typical where, you know, they hate to say it, but black folks be ever saying, some black folks is like crabs in a bucket. You see one trying to get out and you pull them back in. No, I'm one of the ones that's going to try to lift you out. And I'm hoping somebody do the same for me. Black Saint, you one of them people too. You can, you know, reached out to me, said, hey, I can, you know, I own 3 trucks, go through this. I might not go through your company because they just did, bro. But lease purchase might be another conversation. Anyway, y'all, I want you to be blessed. Have a good day. I'll do another video. This is just a ramble. And you got any questions? Holler at me. But yeah, if Flossie, if you decide to come over here, if I'm still here, even if I'm not still here, I can hook you up with some good driver managers, and I can definitely give you some good drivers, students. They call them, so I think I'm driver service coordinators, student services coordinators, who I think are really good, and they will try to get you a decent trainer. So, and then I have If you come over here, I have a trainer I recommend for both you and Kizzy if he is available. He has a student right now. This guy who did my refresher trainer. I know that you said you wanted a woman. I don't know of any good women trainers at the company, but if you're willing to take a male, I would only take him. I don't know any others. I would recommend him. He's a perfect gentleman. He's a white dude, but he's a perfect gentleman. He is OCD. So you have to get on his page. He's quiet. He's a little odd, but he's cool. If you can understand somebody who's geeky, he's geeky like me. I'm very geeky. Y'all have no idea how much of a geek I am. I'm more of a computer geek. So is he, and he even is like a ham radio operator. So that tells you just the level of geek that he is. But he's totally cool. Love him. Sweet people. Met his mom. Met his son, and met his wife. And he lives now in Arizona. So really good guy, and I would definitely direct you to him if you come here. Either one of you, if he's available. You just gotta, and I can always reach out and find out when he has availability. So, because I have his number. So yeah, I ain't trying to hurt nobody. I really want you guys to be successful. That's one thing Bill said to me. I want you to succeed out here. I don't want you not to succeed. I want you to succeed. I had these students on my trip. Even the 18-year-old guys like, look, you can drive. How you drive is the issue. How you drive is the issue. Anyway, y'all, I got to get out of here because I'm using the other part of my cell phone. Peace. Peace and peace. Y'all be blessed.